Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ogbanje Joseph. Please, please subscribe to this channel. Please hit the subscribe button to subscribe to this channel. Share as well as drop a comment on the comment section. So today we are going to be looking at party system, political party system, political party system. Okay, so what is a party system? A party system is defined as the number of political parties, that the law allows to exist in a political system. Now, it is the interaction of parties among themselves and the conduct of government based on the number of political parties within the system. Okay, according to Iroro Izu, political party system primarily helps one to clearly understand the dynamics of a nation's political physiognomy. Now, this is because it squarely determines the numerical, structural, and ideological compositions of political parties in a state. Okay, so when we talk about political party or political party system, we are actually talking about a network of relationship through which parties interact and influence the political process. Now, what are the typology of party system? What are the typology of party system? Now, there are different types of party system. Okay, now we have the zero party system, we have one party system, we have two party system, multi-party system, and lastly the dominant party system. But today we are going to be looking at the zero party system. So we'll take a series on that, look at the zero party system, and continue like that. So what is a zero party system? A zero party system exists in a state where the constitution does not recognize the existence of any political party. Okay, so a political system where no party is allowed to exist, such a system is referred to as a zero party system. In such system, only family members rule. The political system is closed because political participation is restricted. Now, this type of party system is practiced in countries with monarchical system of government. Example of countries where zero party system is in operation is Saudi Arabia and Swaziland. Now, let us look at the advantages of a zero party system. Now, what are the advantages of zero party system? The advantages of zero party system. Number one advantage of zero party system is that it allows for national integration. Now, in a zero party system, there is national cohesion and people find it easily to integrate because there is no intra or inter-party squabbles which always escalates and dovetails to national disunity. So political parties have been the source of centrifugalism, okay, because most times they are the ones who play primordial cards that tend to disunite the people in the country. Now, they fan the embers of disunity by using centrifugal factors for campaigns. Hence, zero party does not allow parties to have such opportunity as and as such everybody is made to unite in a zero party system. Now, under one umbrella, and that breeds national integration. So within a zero party system, that centrifugalism that is actually championed or propelled or actually drummed down by political parties are actually not, or is actually not there. Okay, so that is number one. Number two, it guarantees strong and powerful leadership within a country. Now, in a zero party system, okay, now there is actually strong and powerful leadership in the country. Now, the longer a leader stays on the throne, the stronger and more powerful he becomes. Now, this kind of party system exists where there is no opposition and no divergent views, to issues that are, that are actually thrown up in the national, in the nation. And because divergent views are not tolerated, the opposition party that should differ and provide alternative to the sitting government is not allowed. So the powerful leadership is an advantage because it encourages and orchestrates development due to the fact that there will not be unnecessary delays and corruption will be minimal for the fear of the leader by the subordinates, which make, by the subordinates that may actually want to cut corner. It will not allow them to cut corners. Okay, so that is actually number two. So number two is that it guarantees strong and powerful leadership within the country. Then number three, there is a strong guarantee for political stability under zero party system. Now, in a zero party system, political stability is one of the merits of it. Now, most times, internal crises and military incursions are actually instigated by the opposition party. Now, a political system where there is no party in operation, political instability is remote. In this party system, the king or the ruler ensures that he holds the polity together such that there will not be room for a change in government intermittently. Okay, so there is actually a guarantee for political stability. That's number three. Then number four, zero party system does not tolerate rigging elections, which is part of the electoral violence. Now this is because there is no election in the first place. Okay, and where election is not allowed, the king will stamp his feet down and ensure that there is no such thing as election. Okay, hence hardly would issues of electoral violence come up due to the fact that the electoral body will publish some laid down criteria, and anybody that meets these criteria is voted for automatically. So like I said above, this party system is majorly practiced in a monarchical system where the royal family members are the ones entitled to leadership. So even if one is qualified, he has to come from the royal lineage, and the electorates will be only, and the electorates will only, will be only the council of elders, and of course the kingmakers that will serve as the electoral college. So the next one is that there is prevention of waste. There is prevention of waste of resources in a zero party system. The next one is that it gives room for economic development. The next one is that there is absence of sectionalism and favoritism. The next one is that it discourages unhealthy political rivalry. The next advantage is that it is, it has, within a zero party system, decision making is actually very quick and swift. Now let us look at the disadvantages now. What are the disadvantages of a zero party system? Now, in a zero party system, there is no democracy. Now, democracy entails popular participation, periodic election, and at least protection of fundamental human rights, to mention a few. In a zero party system, however, there can never be proper practice of democracy because there is minimal participation of the people in the polity. Now, the masses are shut out of politics, due to the fact that the political system here is closed and limited to only the royal family. Okay, so that is actually number one. Number two, this kind of party system gives room for dictatorship. Okay, now because there are no opposition, within a zero party system, it breeds impunity of all kinds. The next one is that it is an instrument of oppression. Now, in a zero-party system, there is actually oppression, repression, exploitation, and expropriation, as well as alienation from the scheme of things, in which case the king and his cohorts are the only ones entitled to privileges that is embedded in the political system. Okay, so the next disadvantage is that there are high chances of political instability. Okay, the next one is that zero-party system leads to low or absence of political education. Now, in a zero-party system, because there are no political parties, political education, which is one of their cardinal functions, is either non-existent or scanty. Here, the people will have low morale to participate in the political process, and due to the reason of not being informed about the workings of the political system, the people will be apathetic. Okay, another disadvantage is that it gives room for the neglect of public opinion. Okay, another disadvantage is it sabotages human rights. The next one is the absence of watchdogs to the government. Now, what is this absence? Now, opposition parties are the major watchdogs in a democracy. But in a zero-party system, opposition is not tolerated, and so there is no accountability on the part of leadership. Okay, on the part of leadership to the followers, and even if there is, it will be wishy-washy, and there is no watchdog, to call the leadership to question. In this type of system, the civil society, the NGOs, and other human rights bodies are emasculated. Okay, so that is actually another disadvantage. Another disadvantage is that it fosters elite philosophy. Another one is that it obviates smooth change of government. Then the last disadvantage is that it is antithetical to the principle of the rule of law. Now, why is it antithetical to the principle of the rule of law? Now, in a zero-party system, the principle of rule of law is downplayed, and the supremacy of the law is not seriously taken into consideration, but the arbitrary use of power, of the leaders. Now, in a zero-party system, okay, democratic tenets, which is the rule of law, is actually not there. So from this and other points enumerated above, it is obvious or obviously conspicuously clear that zero-party system, okay, zero-party system is not actually enlivened, okay, it is not suitable for a democratic system of government. Now, look at your political system. Are there political parties in place? Are there political parties that actually contest election within your political firmament? If that is there, it means that is actually that is not zero-party system. A zero-party system actually exists, particularly in the traditional African societies where, okay, there are kings and there are queens. Okay, particularly in the African society where you have kings, there are no political parties that are actually in operation. Okay, so this kind of party system is actually very amenable to the African society. No wonder you have leaders that will come on board that will not want to leave power, because democracy is not part and parcel of the African society or traditional system. Okay, thank you very much.